Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. I'm smiling because there are so many Canadians that post on the channel or make gift requests or that send me hats. Like Terry Wood sent me 3 hats from Canada. I'm still waiting for my surrogate daughter to get me one from Mexico. I've been bugging her forever because she's Mexican. Well, she's born in the States, so she's American, but she's heritage Mexican. And she's done some reactions with me on the channel. And God forbid, one of my kids. Anyway, I've got these hats. And this one, all right, Dennis King made a gift to the channel for me to do this song of Katie Lang's Trail of Broken Hearts. Okay, so before we get into the sadness, which I'm guessing this song's going to be, Terry Wood had sent me Alberta Prairie Railroad Stettler, right? I don't know where Stettler is, but I'm guessing it's a stop in Alberta somewhere. Anyhow, thank you for that, Terry. And KD, I did a reaction to one of KD's songs and was blown, I mean, this was like a year and a half ago, was blown away by it. It was just there's a femininity, a strength, a poignancy to it. And KD actually commented. And so I'm like, yes. It's such an honor. Anytime an artist, whether they're well-known, and Katie's fairly well-known, or independent, lesser-known artists selling out of their Facebook page or something like that, it's still an honor for me. That's it. So, all right, Dennis, thank you for the gift, my friend. Let's see what Katie's got for us this time around. And also, yeah, Dennis made a point of this in the request. It wasn't an admonition or anything like that. It was just informational that KD spells her first name, KD, the initials, with lowercase, and Lang, I think, lowercase too. And I'm so accustomed to proper English, but I'll go lowercase on this one. So Katie, if you see it, I've made the correction. All right, let's see it. Boy. Interesting.
Trail of broken hearts, looking back at you. Now and from the start, these words will travel through the Godspeed of trust. Will settle the dust we've been passing through.
Oh.
Broken trail so long, long and tired past, and emptiness is gone. I found this place at last.
All right. Too many thoughts in my head right now. Of course, they're all brilliant. One is that the Trail of Broken Hearts is like she'd be lamenting that there's some dude who left her and she should have seen it to begin with. And the other is maybe she's the one breaking the hearts and the dust is settling and she's getting ready to break another one. Neither could be true. One of them I think is going to be. Let's find out.
And here we'll remain with only the aim of staying sure and fast, leaving just a part down the trail of broken hearts.
Almost has a Western gunfighter feel to it. Really unique composition.
Trail of broken hearts, looking back at you.
Right.
Now and from the start, these words will travel through the Godspeed of
like that.
Leaving just a part down the trail of broken hearts.
I like that bass. It's almost like she's speaking about the collective in a sense, like all of us have gone through heartbreak, and the image of going through the dust, like the dust, like Godspeed, when the dust settled, to trust as you go through the dust, sort of like kicked up. The imagery is like you get through it, and then you want to regain that, recapture that trust that you could have in someone else. But maybe it's also the trust in yourself that you're not going to F up another relationship. Some people, some women like the bad boys, for example. And then the bad boys are bad boys for a reason. And so you want like the good boy who could be boring. You want the bad boy who's like exciting. But the bad boy is going to break your heart. He's definitely going to be doing other things. The good boy is going to break your heart by being boring. So you want somebody at least in the middle that's kind of scintillating and you're attracted to and all that stuff. But you get your heart broken, and then trust is harder to come by, especially if you were deeply in love. And then the self-indictments start. You're like, how did I not? I saw the red flags and I ignored them. And then you're like, what is wrong with me? I pick bad people. What is wrong with me? Or why do I not want to go with somebody who's a bit more settled? The dust settles. And maybe you want that. Or maybe you want the kicked up dust version of a guy or a girl. But this was not gender specific. I didn't get the sense that it was person specific. I just get that we're all on this trail of broken hearts. And not everybody. Some people marry their high school sweetheart and stay in love their whole life. And I love that. I love that. I mean, that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. I guess not for everybody. Some people don't mind going relationship to relationship, but this was fascinating. She had a beautiful voice. The way it was sung was almost like an Olivia Newton-John 1970s sort of thing, and part of the way it was sung, but the instrumentation had a marginal Chris Ledoux feel to it, or partial Marty Robbins every so often, or Poncho and Lefty type deal, or da-na-na-na-na. Like you get the ominous feeling there's going to be a gunfight coming up. But yeah, maybe that was meant. Maybe that was the producer's idea of how to do the song, or the songwriter's idea of how to do it, and what the impartation was about love. Who is it? Love is a battlefield. Pat Benatar. Sometimes it is. Trying to find it, you fight your way through the jungle, and then you fight your way through the dust. A trail of trail. There you go. I mean, that kind of makes sense as far as the Western theme goes. Trail of broken hearts, but fascinating. Dennis, good request. Man, that was different. I love different. I don't like cliche. Yeah, there really wasn't anything cliche about that. No part of that song was predictable. Even after I'd heard like the first half of the song, I wasn't quite sure what was coming up next lyrically or instrumentally. And parts of it did repeat, and by design, obviously. But I didn't know it was going to go that way. And some songs I kind of know, all right, here's what's coming. Even with just one listen. So, all right. Man, I love intrigue. I love not knowing. I do. I prefer to have a lock on things when I can. Obviously, I'm trying to pinpoint a meaning, but when I can't, I'm like, oh, there was a lot of thought put into that song. Either that or I'm just overthinking it, which so be it. I'd rather overthink something than underthink it. So I'm going to rate this. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.0. That's going into the playlist of songs of 9 and above. Intrigue. She obviously gorgeous voice. that, I don't know, what do you call it, the chord progression or something? Da-na-na-na-na, like that. It's almost like Beethoven's Fifth, da-da-na-na, but it had an extra note in there or something. So, all right, folks, hope you enjoyed that. You can thank Dennis King, Alberta, Canada, up there. Shout out to you all, and we'll go from there. Have a great day. See you on another video, and keep rocking the country.